Hey, what's going on? This is Clayton from Roezan, and in this video, I'm going to show you how you can connect AEvent with Roezan so you can send SMS reminders for your event. So the first question to ask is like, why even send SMS reminders? And what we've really seen is that if people don't show up to your webinar, they can't buy anything. So the whole game is actually getting people to show up. And what we see is if you just add SMS reminders, which is extremely simple, you can often get 50 to 100% increase in your show up rate. So it's amazing. Why do it with Roezan? One of the things that's unique about Roezan is that we actually use high throughput infrastructure and high throughput phone numbers that can send at up to 100 times faster than what most other providers do. And so when you're sending that, hey, we're starting now message, it's really important that that gets out and it goes out really fast. That's dripping out for 30 to 45 minutes. You kind of lost them. It's kind of worthless. Being able to send really fast is really important. That's what we're built for. The other thing about Roezan is we don't have any kind of daily caps where if you're on 10 DLC, you might get capped out. Basically have unlimited sending, so you don't have to worry about any of that kind of stuff. And events are basically our business, and so it's going to work great for you. So let's hop into AEvent and let me show you how to get connected with Roezan. All right. Okay, so we're here in AEvent. What you want to do is go over here on the left side and go to integrations. It's super easy. You go ahead and hit this add integration here up on the right. Then you can search for Roezan, and you'll see here it shows you a bunch of different actions you'll be able to take as soon as you connect to Roezan. So you want to go hit add integration. You can give it a name. So I'm going to put Roezan, hit connect. And then the next screen is going to ask you for your Roezan API key. So that's super easy. You just want to head over to Roezan, go over to your settings, go to your profile, and then you'll see your API key right here. So you can just hit this copy button, copy that in, go back to AEvent, throw in your API key, and then hit continue right there, and that's going to connect. Then you'll be able to see it right here, so it'll be all connected. You can test the connection, all that kind of stuff. It's honestly very simple. Then the next step is to actually add the SMS to your campaigns, to your events, do all your reminder messages, and all that kind of stuff. You'll just want to come over here to one of your campaigns. Then you can go to the timeline, and then you can pick wherever you want to add it. So like, let's say we want to add it here. Like the time, like who, the audience. What we're going to do is we're going to put in the Roezan right here, and then we can select an action. So you can see here you can add a contact to a list in Roezan, add a tag, all that kind of stuff. So a very simple one is you just choose send SMS. You come here and type whatever you want. You can even use the merge tags in AEvent. So you can click this little guy right here, and you'll see that you can have the join URL, the first name, all this kind of stuff. So I definitely recommend using that to customize the message for each person. So very simple to set that up. One thing that I would suggest as well is as your audience does certain things, you might want to add another action in here so you can add people to a list in Roezan. So AEvent is great for creating all of the different timelines and different triggers and reminders and all that kind of stuff. But at some point later in the future, you might want to do a webinar promotion, or you might want to do a follow-up or something like that. So it makes sense if you want to add the contacts to Roezan and then you want to segment them as well. Go ahead and apply a tag. So you see in these actions, there's like tags. You can add them to a list in Roezan. And so that when you go into Roezan, you're going to have all your segmenting available. So let me just show you, hop over to Roezan, kind of what that looks like. So for example, I was saying that you could create a broadcast, which is basically a mass SMS blast. You come in here and do, let's say you're doing an encore promotion. You give it a name, come in here, you can select a list. And that's why I said you should add people to a list in Roezan, so you can have your segmenting here. And then create a message here, and you could blast that out to your whole audience. Lots of different stuff you could do with broadcasts. Now, if you want to do conversational campaigns, you can do those as well. If people reply, it's going to come up to your conversations here in Roezan. So there's lots of different things you could do. I want to do this little quick tutorial for you. So if you have any questions on the AEvent integration, just let us know. Cheers.